Capital market registrars are institutions that deliver valuable service in terms of record keeping in the capital market system. Welcome to another edition of the Nigerian Investor. Last week, we talked about Investors Protection Fund and its impact. Today, we want to look at the future of registrar business in Nigeria. The registrar business and function in Nigeria is highly correlated with stock market trading, performance, and activity, as they represent one of the key and inevitable capital market operators in the chain of stock trading. During the good days when the stock market was booming with activities, performing companies usually declared corporate actions, and this further leads to good time and more revenue stream for the registrar, while in bad days it is usually otherwise with little or no significant corporate action declared. The industry is highly regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the CBN scrapping of universal banking policy also has a bearing on the growth prospect of registrars. As a fallout of the consolidation era, most registrar business was operated at the back end of the various banks with a few independent registrars in operation. However, the CBN modification in policy changed the pattern, as registrars have to become independent bodies and all banks with these operations have to divest in order to separate such entities. There are currently about 25 registrars outfits in the company. Previous years has been a bad year for the Nigerian capital market, which has had to grapple with various internal and external issues, ranging from falling oil prices to heated policy due to upcoming election. There have been very few corporate actions and less than a handful of IPOs during 2014, resulting in poor revenues for registrars. However, in our view, the market is likely to consolidate in the first half of 2015, with the second half of 2015 being better, as various factors such as stabilizing oil price and a new government, whichever party may win, are likely to help the market recover, and which is likely to kickstart industry growth to de-risk from oil revenues and increased interest from foreign investors. We believe the share registrar business in Nigeria is supposed to do well in 2015, with the 2016 probably being a better year ahead. However, there could be some consolidation among the registrars in 2015 due to the recapitalization exercise, with the smaller ones integrating with the larger players. As quoted company declared dividend and its distribution is carried out by company registrars to the firms, some investors or shareholders do have issues with their dividend, which might get lost in transit. Issues like this stated above and other genuine share-related complaints are being handled by the Share Support Service Unit of ProShare Nigeria. Investors can forward their queries to sss@proshareng.com or visit the Share Support Service section on www.theanalystng.com and file a complaint. AICO enters discussion with IFC for $20 million convertible loan. AICO Insurance PLC has notified the Nigerian Stock Exchange that it is currently in discussion with the International Finance Corporation for the grant of a $20 million convertible loan to the company. Under the arrangement, IFC has an option to convert any unpaid part of the loan advanced to the company into equity holding in the company. Further information relating to the proposed loan facility will be communicated to the market in due course. Stanbic IBTC gives notice of board meeting. Stanbic IBTC Holding PLC has notified the exchange that its board of directors will meet on 4th February 2015 to consider the company's financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2014. Issues relating to the declaration of dividend and other corporate actions may be discussed at the meeting. Alpha Crown proposes acquisition of minority shareholding. Alpha Crown Cars and Container Nigeria PLC has notified the Nigerian Stock Exchange through the stockbroker CSL Stockbrokers Limited that its board has received a restructuring proposal from the majority shareholder, WICO Corporation. WICO, a private company incorporated in the Bahamas, which is to acquire the entire minority of Alpha Crown Cars, amounting to 141, 150, and 205 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each, representing 20.64% of the company's issued share capital. Orlando extends acceptance period for right issue to 28 January 2015. Orlando right issue of 2,270,265,184 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 22 naira per share has been extended. Fediva Securities Limited, on behalf of Orlando, notified the Nigerian Stock Exchange that the Securities and Exchange Commission has approved an extension to the acceptance period of the right issue by 2 weeks. Accordingly, the offer, which was earlier scheduled to close on Wednesday, 14 January 2015, will now close on 28 January 2015, in line with the extension of the acceptance period. Trading in rights of the shares of Orlando on the secondary market has been extended by a corresponding 2 weeks. People and changes in board. Honeywell Flour Mills appoints Wonuola Adetayo, Raymond Zate, and 3 others as directors. Honeywell Flour Mills has notified the exchange of the appointment of the following as non-executive directors of the company: Mrs. Wonuola Adetayo, Dr. Raymond Zate Zupo, Mr. Alan Palmer, Dr. Teddy Ungu, and Mr. Andrew Smith Maswell. NSC deletes Kappa and Alberto PSC. The Nigerian Stock Exchange hereby gives notice that effective 16 January 2015, the shares of Kappa and Alberto will be delisted from the daily official list of the exchange. The listing of Kappa and Alberto brings to closure a 69-month impasse, recording its purported delisting pursuant to resolution passed at an extraordinary general meeting of the company held on 24 March 2009. Henceforth, shareholders wishing to exit the company on account of its unlisted status may contact the company, which has undertaken not to unduly hinder such exit. Exiting shareholders may consider exiting through the over-the-counter market. That's all we have for you on this edition of the Nigerian Investor. I remain your regular anchor until I come your way again next week. Bye for now.